Alrighty, so what's up, everybody? 3 things to avoid while you're at the gym. So what are those 3 things to avoid while you're at the gym? Let's get straight into them. So the number 1 thing to avoid while you're in the gym is overusing your cell phone. Number 2 is talking to people, having conversations with people while you're at the gym. Number 3 is not having a plan when you get to the gym, not knowing what you're going to do. You're spending time looking around at different machines that you want to do, but you don't necessarily have a plan in regards to your exercise for that day. So let's talk about the number 1 thing, which I believe affects most people, well, many people, is overusing your cell phone while you're at the gym. So really the only reason you should really be using the phone to a certain extent is if you want to look up how to do an exercise. Maybe your family is texting you something important or something like that. And see, I'm coming from a mindset of just being locked in at the gym. Not saying that using your phone is wrong or something like that, but I'm just saying in regards to wasting time and being productive when you're at the gym. I just want to make that clear. So overusing your phone. So it's times where I'm sitting down on my phone and what I'm looking at is, okay, let me make sure I'm using the right form when I'm doing these pull-ups, or let me make sure I'm doing this exercise the correct way. So I may look up a quick video or picture on how to properly do an exercise, but right after that, phone right back in the pocket, back to my exercise. You know what I mean? So it's really easy. You see a lot of people there at the gym, they do 1 set of the leg extensions and now they got their phone there. They're sitting on their phone for 10-15 minutes and doing 2 minutes of the leg extensions. And it's like, wow, like, hey, if that's what you want to do, if you want to come up here to the gym and for an hour and a half, or however long you're up here and spend most of your time on your cell phone, I mean, hey, it is what it is, But again, I'm coming from a mentality of being locked in, a mentality of being focused on the task at hand, which is working out, either trying to gain muscle, lose weight, just become more healthy, become more fit. That's the perspective that I'm coming from, So being on the cell phone, overusing your cell phone actually while you're at the gym is just a big waste of time, And again, I know that things happen. Family members reach out. It may be an emergency situation or something like that. But when I look at it like this, when you're at the gym, that's the time to just, focus on whatever your goal is in regards to exercising and just leave it at that. If you are going to text somebody, let it be something real quick. Text them real quick and then, hey, put phone back in the pocket or back on top of the workout equipment and then get back to the exercise, okay? All right. The number 2 thing is having conversations with people. I don't want to come off like you can't say hello or what's up or something like that. I don't want to seem like that, but just seeing people that seeing people that you're familiar with at the gym because you see them all the time, and just having conversations that last way too long. Like I say with the phone, if you're only going to be at the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and part of that time is a 10, 15, 20-minute conversation that you're having with somebody at the gym, it's like, hey, that's taken away from your exercise time, especially if you're doing that consistently. I understand that you'll see people that I get it. You may see somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, but this is more so if you're doing this consistently. If you're doing this on a daily basis each time that you go to the gym. I have a neighbor, he literally lives right next door to me, okay? I see him at the gym sometimes. Even when I see him, it's like, oh, what's good? What's good, bro? All right, I'll holler at you. You know what I'm saying? So that's even with him. I see people that I recognize from church or from other places sometimes, and it's just a quick hello, and it's like, all right, I'm about to get back to this workout now. And there's no offense to them, much respect to them and all of those good things, but it's like, hey, I'm here for a purpose. I've got to make sure that I'm using my time wisely. I've got to make sure that the time that I'm here, I'm using that to exercise. Because with me, and I'm pretty sure it's probably like that with you too. When you see somebody that it's really easy to get caught up in the conversation. Talk about the NBA, talk about sports, talk about family, talk about life and things like that. It is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just, I look at it from a perspective of, okay, I come here to exercise. I come here to lift weights. I come here to be on the treadmill. Every minute counts. That's how I look at it. I can be a very talkative person sometimes, outside of the gym. But once I get inside that gym, it's like, hey, I'm here for a reason. Let's get this workout in. a lot of times I don't even want to even really be at the gym like that. So it's like, man, nah, let me get focused. Let me at least get this workout in as much as I can and just keep going and just keep it moving. All right. So the number 3 thing that you want to avoid while you're at the gym is not having a plan. So you go in there, and I get it. Sometimes you may do something random, but if you're going to go to the gym and you're going to, let's just say you hop on a treadmill first for 5 minutes. So then you hop off the treadmill and now you're like, you know, what should I do now? What should I do now? Let me be on my phone. Let me be on my phone. Let me talk to somebody. Let me scroll through my phone. Let me scroll through social media. Because you don't have a plan. Now you're wasting time, you know. So you did your little 5 minutes on a treadmill or whatever, but now you're trying to look for something else to go to, which is good. You know, at least you're trying to look for something, right? But at the same time, if you're going to do that consistently, you're wasting time with your workout. You know, at the end of the day, you know, let's just say you were at the gym for an hour, but you spent 10-15 minutes of that time, you know, looking around at different gym equipment because you're not sure what you want to get on, you know. But now I will say this. I will say this though. You know, if you're new to the gym, if you're like, you know, you're discovering the gym, you're new to going to the gym overall, I get it. But this is more so for people who are aspiring to go to the gym consistently and want to have that mindset of, okay, I want to make the most of my time. You know, so that's really the audience that I'm speaking to here. So again, those are the 3 things that you want to avoid while you're at the gym: overusing your phone, having conversations with people, especially conversations that last a long time, and then not having a plan when you go to the gym. You know, so if you want to be locked in, if you want to be focused on your goal, you want to make your goal, you want to accomplish losing weight, you want to accomplish gaining muscle and all those good things, I would highly suggest minimal phone usage, minimal conversations, and have some type of plan for when you go into the gym. I'm headed to the gym right now, and trust me, I got a plan. As soon as I go up there, I'm going to do some cardio today. I'm going to do some weightlifting today. I'm going to do some abs. I'm going to do some leg extensions. It's a good 5 or 6 things that I'm going to do while I'm at the gym today. So I'm going in with a plan. I got my headphones here. As soon as I go in there, I'm just going to be in a zone, throw the headphones on. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a couple of people there that I'm used to seeing. I'm just going to get them in the head now, like, what's good? How you doing? All right, let's get this workout in. And that's what it's going to be, you know? Now, if I see somebody walking out, you know, on my way out from the gym, then it's like, all right, depending on where I got to go, it's like, okay, I'll chop it up with you real quick, you know, have a little conversation, all right, you know, but I'm done with my workout at that point, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Maybe you guys disagree with some of these 3 things that I just named, and that's fine if you do, but let me know in the comments. I'd love to see what you guys think. I'd love to see what you guys' approach is to that in regards to distractions at the gym, you know, using your phone at the gym, conversations at the gym. What is your plan? What is your workout routine? Feel free to chime in and let me know what you guys think. Feel free to chime in. Let me know what you guys' experience is at the gym. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button though. Shout outs to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys for your support. Peace out. Have a good one. Let me get up here to this gym, get this workout in.